Isn't it time we start to talk about how we can create a new political system that really takes care of our people? And how people can feel included in the society to actually affect that what is going on around them. Today we see how many people are trapped in this kind of wage slavery. The amount of homeless people, people getting addicted, mentally ill people that are not being taken care of, that you even have to face when you're going simply to buy some groceries. Isn't it sure to say it must be something wrong with our system, with our political and economical system that gives these results? I mean, if the healthcare isn't working, who is to be blamed? Who are responsible? Who are governing the country? Well, if we assume that these problems are due to design problems that we have, due to our political systems, why don't we start to address how to fix it? Could another system cater better to our needs? Well, let's assume if we want to live in a democracy, why don't we implement a direct democracy approach and combine it with a meritocracy model? Meritocracy as a political idea can be argued to be needed in order to balance out the ignorance of the people, since meritocracy is in sharp contrast of what a democracy is. Because this system is built on people having experience, having expertise on a wide variety of topics. Because we still want to enjoy well-functioning infrastructure that will be for everyone's benefit. So that means we want to have some notion of experts to have a say in important questions that are relevant for us and our country, such as matters of medicine, healthcare, the tax system, and technological issues. God even knows space travel. So the question becomes, how can we achieve a society that is fair and humane to everyone, and where everyone can be included and vote on matters that are relevant to them? You would thought that this would be a birthright, but we still haven't seen that in our current form of what some call it a democracy, where you vote on someone every 4th year and you don't really know what they're up to. So if we assume it is best to simply trash and delete the old system and build something new that would constitute the state, how could that new political system look like? So as I was pointing out, you probably want a system that is somewhat functioning on democratic principles. Thus, a hybrid form of direct democracy and meritocracy could be an ideal. One way to make sure you get the best balance between these two ideals is to implement something that is called range voting, which means a certain individual can have more points per vote if they are deemed to be an expert or have a lot of merits on a certain subject. In other words, this political system would be totally open and transparent, but in general, people would be able to have a say in a wide variety of topics and decide on things that matter to them. The system would also be largely web-based, and they would be able to follow along on certain decisions and topics that are being raised, see what the result of a decision was, how much it cost, and so on. Since we also live in a society that is very technologically progressed, we will soon have a new reality where a lot of people are not needed in work. This means that we need to create some form of a universal income where everybody gets a certain amount of dollars or euros every month, even if they're working or not, so all their expenses are taken care of. But the system would also encourage and reward those who want to work, because we still have a lot of the infrastructure that needs to be catered to. In such a society, it becomes more possible for every human being to decide what they want to do with their life, what are they interested in, what are their hobbies, and how can they contribute to the society with doing that what they really feel good about. A happy society is a society where people feel good about living. Isn't it time we start making this reality happen? A sustainable society where people live in peace and all their resources are shared in a fair manner, and that all people are respected, and also outside the boundaries of our country, where people of the world start to take a collective fair trade approach when they're dealing with each other and the environment. This is the new era of something really big.
So we're on the way back home right now, but I found this really cool looking statue here. Oh my god. So that looks to be some old bullfighting thing. And I guess that is the cathedral. See it from the cross right there. It's a beautiful square. Gosh, and just look at the symbol. So we're back here. There's some really cool things going on. It's really how it looks like in Barcelona. Man, I thought it looked so good. I thought it looked so good over here. We just need to check it out. So cozy. The streets. Really interesting. I need to check it.